I just want y'all to know that if I cry, it's probably due to lack of sleep because I went to sleep 3 hours ago. And I'm so emotional. I don't know why. I don't know why. Hey YouTube, this is the Chronicles of, and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been away for so long, but I just was trying to get life in order and figure out things, you know, as 20-something-year-olds have to figure out things in the world. Becoming an adult is harder than they tell you, and they make you think that you have all the time in the world to do all the things you want, which is not true. So yeah, I was just away for a while, but I'm back. I really do plan to give you consistent content because that is my goal. And yeah, I fixed my lights, I fixed my camera, so now everything is lit. So today I'm going to a pop-up event, so I'm just going to do a little get ready with me and we can talk about Beychella and how she freaking annihilated all of Coachella. That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else anybody can do at this point to tell me anything about Beyonce. At this point in time, I'm not arguing with anybody anymore about Beyonce. Like, I don't want to hear it. There's no debate. There's no discussion. Like, she is up here. She is up here. And there's nobody else on this level right now. Her performance alone deserves awards. Awards. So first thing I'm going to start with is my Sephora Instant Cream Moisturizer. You probably won't see it. My Sephora Instant Cream Moisturizer. Because I ran out of my old stuff and I decided to give it a try. So this is like the first time I'm going to use it. Yeah, so if you don't know, Beyonce went on to perform at Coachella. She was supposed to perform last year, but she was pregnant and she decided to postpone it. And then we had Lady Gaga, who did a pretty good job. I just miss old Gaga, but Lady Gaga performed and she did a good job. But this year, Beyonce headlined, being the first black woman to headline Coachella, I think ever, I want to say. So now I'm going to, before I like blend it in, I always take a little bit of my NYX Born to Glow and Gleam and also put that in my face so I can just mix it with the moisturizer. Sometimes you can do it in your hand, sometimes you can't. I mean, sometimes you don't. I don't want to, so I just take a little bit and just put it in some places. Yeah. So, her performance, or Beyonce's performance rather, just embodied the work that she puts into everything she does. And for people who are just always say she's overrated, which I don't agree with at all, think about it like this, right? Beyonce's at a point in her career where she can put on a mediocre show and, like, people will still go crazy because she's Beyonce, you know? But she never does that. She never just puts on a mediocre show and says, here, take this crap, you know, you peasants. Like, she always has a vision and a thought process, and I think that's what always makes the shows and just her performance so good. She's one of the best performers alive. I would argue the best, but the last time I argued that she was the best performer on my Facebook, people from like South Africa was like coming for me saying she's not better than Michael Jackson, but that performance she just did, I would argue that she's probably the best performer alive. I would argue. If you don't agree, that's fine. Just write it in the comments below and tell me how you feel. So basically, her performance, if you did not see it, which you need to, her performance was giving just so much black empowerment. I'm going to take, let me take my primer. I'm going to take the Fenty primer and just put a little bit on. I'm using my hands for most of these things because I don't want to put a lot on. And when I use my hands instead of using a brush, I have a lot more control. But her performance gave Black HBCU, Black Queen, a whole marching band. Just, she had some Nina Simone in it. She had Alvin Ailey Dance Theater of Harlem in it. She had Drumline in it. She had Black Queen Step. Like, it was just so much black empowerment. She sung Lift Every Voice, which is the Black National Anthem. Lift Every Voice. And then she did the second Black National Anthem, which is Swag Surfing. She swag surfed on stage, and I just couldn't control myself. I woke up at 2. Post Malone was still on, and I was so confused. And then I watched all of Beyonce till 4. And I was live tweeting. And if anybody knows me, I'm going to take the Fenty foundation in 370 and do the same thing. I'm just going to put some in my hand and just on my fingers and just blend it with my hands. Yeah. If you don't know, then she performed a 2-hour set. Like a 2-hour set. Who else is doing that? Nobody else is on her level, and I really just hate when people say she's overrated, or she's thing, or she's this, or she's that. She had male dancers, which she hasn't had in like years. Well, she had male dancers for Made in America, but you know it's a big deal when she uses male dancers, because she hardly uses them. And the reason I don't use that much foundation, sorry that I keep going back and forth with my topic, but the reason I don't use that much foundation is because my skin is pretty okay. But the foundation just makes it a little bit more even. So we don't look as tired. Like we didn't sleep, which we didn't. And normally this would be like my last step, but I'm going to conceal just a little bit and contour just a little bit, so probably not everything though. She had the Destiny Child reunion tour, and if you were watching my channel, you know when I was talking about On the Run, I said, Beyonce, we don't want On the Run. I said, we don't want On the Run. We want a Destiny Child reunion tour. And what did she do? She brought Destiny Child out. And I was just, at that point, that was like towards the end of the show. Like, that was pretty much it for me. I was like crying. I'm going to take the Fenty Match Stick in Caramel and just conceal like very little under my eye. Yeah, once Destiny Child came out towards the end, it was just, that was pretty much it. Like, I was already in tears from, like, the beginning of this show. But after, I did not bring my, I did not keep my beauty blender on me to contour this better. I don't want to contour my nose. Let's just do that much. I'll just use, this is really my powder brush, but I'm too lazy to get up and start moving around for things. So I'm just going to use my powder brush. What really just got me so emotional is just the fact that I think Beyonce, first of all, her work ethic always just makes me so emotional. Like, do we all have the same amount of, like, hours in a day? Because I feel like Beyonce has more time. And I'm a very not lazy person. Like, I like tell people I'm lazy, but, like, the truth is I'm really always working. And my head is always going. So, like, if something happens and I need to wake up at 5 in the morning and, like, write or create something, I would do that because that's how my brain works. I don't sleep that often. So, when I see Beyonce and, like, I see, like, the things she does and the things she's doing, I'm like, well, how much time does she have in her day? Because I don't have that much time. I can't do all of this. And just her work ethic alone just makes me, like, appreciate her. Sorry. And then I get emotional because she, like, her show. She did not have to do that. And I love when she has this big platform and, like, now she's at the point in time where she can pretty much do no wrong. Like, she can pretty much do whatever she wants and she'll still have a fan base. But she, like, still is unapologetically black, and I think that is so important to me. It just made me feel good because, like, when is the last time that you have seen, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. When is the last time that you have seen, like, so much black people in, like, a space, like, together? Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Just being black just makes me so emotional. Sorry, guys. But it's so beautiful. And I just, like, I'm just always in awe, like, by everything. The fact that she uses, like, an all-woman, like, band. And the fact that she uses these black people, these black bodies that are, like, going through so much stuff. And she uses them and she showcases them. I saw people that I, like, followed on Instagram because if you didn't know, like, I was a dance major, or I was a dance major in college. I studied dance in college, and so I, like, keep up with dancers that are, like, on my Instagram. There's dancers, and basically I saw some of them performing with Beyonce, and I said, well, how great is that? Like, they are achieving their goal and their dream to be a dancer, and Beyonce had given them the platform. Because truth be told, especially in the dance world, I can't speak for, like, musicians. I mean, I can't speak for musicians because I don't know, but people say they want black dancers, but they literally want, like, one type of dancer, and if you don't fit that mold, then it's just like, thank you, we don't need you. Try again the next audition. So, I was just so in awe of black unity. I need to go get my setting spray, so I will be right back. She brought Solange out. Her and her sister did a little dance duet break. This is my NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, and this is my NYX oh my gosh, my NYX No Sands No Filter finishing powder in golden. That was a tongue twister. I don't know why it took so long. But yeah, and the other thing is, it's just been so long since we, like, seen her perform live. And she just looks so happy. So I'm so excited to see what she does. I thought an album was going to drop right after because, you know, that's just always my theory. But she's coming, and, like, I'm ready for her. And before I was like, I don't want to hear, like, this rap star Beyonce. Like, I don't. But, like, at this point, like, she can literally give me anything and I'll take it. And now I'm just using my, my e.l.f. Highlighter in golden blush. It's like a real pinkish, but it just reflects the light in my skin really well. So I just use it because it's so subtle. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to do, like, things in the monitor. I need to, like, invest in a mirror. Yeah, so I was just so amazed. And, like, literally, I don't know how to talk about this and just not, like, I feel like, I know they, like, muted the audience because they did it live stream, and I know, like, Beyonce's a perfectionist, and, like, it wasn't like Post Malone's where I could hear, like, the audience cheering in the background, but I know they were cheering, but I feel like people at home were hyper than the audience. Yeah. So this is my face. Let me get dressed for this day. I'll show you my look, and then... So I'm back with the outfit. I just decided to wear a black shirt. You probably can't see it. From Zara. It's just a printed shirt, and then I have on my board jacket that I got from Forever 21. It's actually a woman's plus size jacket, but I liked it so much I brought it. And then, you know, ode to B, even though she didn't, like, start it, but I have a leather beret on. Faux leather beret. Yeah. But before I go, I just wanted to, I, like, touched upon it before I started, like, to tear up like an idiot, but I just wanted to say why I thought it was so important and, like, why the whole thing made me very emotional, especially, like, the part that it was just, the fact that it was unapologetically black. And that's because that when she did Lemonade, people thought it was a fade, or, like, she's only doing this because, you know, it's a fade, or, like, it's going to go away, or she's gonna move on to the next thing. And it's like, being black, that doesn't, like, we can't move on to the next thing. Like, our next thing, we're always going to be black. And it's so important that there's somebody, or, like, that shows you, like, we're moving through these things, but black culture is, like, still important and still prevalent and in society. And if nobody's talking about it, it's not that it's not there. If that makes sense. Like, Coachella is mostly, like, the crowd of Coachella is mostly catered to a white demographic. So the fact that she still decided that, hey, I'm going to make this show and I'm going to do things that are rooted in black culture, like HBCU and, like, dance and step and music and rhythm and all this stuff, like, that's so important. And I think that's why I got emotional, because I don't think she had to do it, and I know if she didn't do it, she would have got backlash, but I know that because she is going to do it, she's still gonna get backlash. And, like, even just as a creative person and somebody who creates works of, like, different kinds and different art mediums, she literally puts her hand in everything she does. Like, you can, I'm sure there'll probably be a behind the scenes of Coachella video coming out on her channel soon, but you'll see that she works extremely hard. And I think that's why I got emotional. And the fact that she was there and she was glowing and she looked like a celestial being and she was just golden and happy made me happy. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the chit chat. So that is the end of my video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you actually don't like it, you know, you can give it a thumbs down too. Like, it lets me know that you don't like the video. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. I was actually live tweeting, which is something I never done. I really actually use Twitter. It's my least favorite. It's like my least favorite social media platform, but I used it all last night because only people on Twitter would be up tweeting about watching Beyonce. But follow me on Instagram because today I'm actually going to a pop-up event and you can see me have fun at said pop-up event if you follow me on Instagram. And I'll leave all this stuff down below and maybe I'll pop it in the video if I have time. Yeah, and more videos to come. I will see you for the next video, which is going to be my return to Wine Me Wednesday. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye.